Hi everyone, my name is Greg Bulletin. I am the high school coordinator at REC, and today I was going to show you 5 of my favorite knots and some that I use on a daily basis in my life and some that I hope will be useful to you. So there's a few terms that I'd like you guys to know. So we have our working end or our loose end of our rope, and we have our standing end of our rope, which is just the remainder of the rope. The working end is obviously the end of the rope that you'll be working with and tying primarily most of the knots with. So the first knot that I wanted to show you guys was the square knot. Now this is a binding knot, so all that means is it's used to bind 2 ends of a rope together. Now you could use this with the same rope like I'm doing here, or with 2 different ropes that you need to join together. So the biggest thing to remember for the square knot is left over right and right over left. So the first thing that we're gonna do is get our 2 loose ends in hand. We're gonna take the left end of the rope and put it over the right end of the rope and bring it underneath. Now on this end, we're gonna take the right end of our rope and bring it over top of our left end of the rope and pull tight. And here you can see that we have a symmetrical looking rope. 2 loose ends are parallel to one another. So again, I'll tie it one more time. We have the left end of our rope and the right end of our rope. We're gonna go left over right and right over left. Now this is great if you want to just tie a rope around a tree. You could use it in your garden to tie 2 pieces of twine together if you need to. There's a variety of different uses for this rope, but it is what's considered a non-critical rope or non-critical knot. So you wouldn't use it in situations where you have very heavy loads or loads that you may necessarily be worried about losing. So that is our square knot. The next knot that I have for you guys is the sheet bend or the double sheet bend, and I'll show you guys how to tie that. Now the sheet bend is great for tying 2 ropes of different diameters. So here I have my large rope, my small rope. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take our larger diameter rope and we're gonna put it on a bight. Now a bight, all that means is you're just creating a loop like this. So we're gonna take our smaller diameter rope, we're gonna stick it up through the middle of our larger diameter rope. We're gonna go around, and then we're gonna take our small diameter rope and we're gonna bring our working end underneath it. And we just pull tight. Right, so there you have it. Now, if I was using this knot for a critical purpose, like securing a load or using it in more heavy load circumstances, then I would use a double sheet bend knot. And basically all we do here is we pull this end out a little bit. We're gonna go back underneath one more time and then underneath our small diameter rope and pull tight again. We can dress that knot. And there you have it. We have our double sheet bend knot. And that can be used for critical purposes. And if you were to use it for a critical purpose, I would leave just a little bit more slack on this side of the rope. Next knot that I'd like to show you guys is called a bowline knot. Now a bowline is a fixed loop knot, typically used to tie around an object. It's very popular in climbing to tie around a tree to use as a climbing anchor. And also it's used in sailing. Arborists use it. It's a very, very old ancient knot that's been used for a very long time, and it's very versatile and great for a variety of things. So we're gonna take our loose end of our rope, our working end of our rope, and we're gonna go around our object. Now we're gonna make sure that our working end is on top. So here you can see I've created a loop and our working end is on top. We're gonna bring the loose end of the rope under and through our loop, and then we're gonna go over top the working or the standing end and back through our loop. And there you have it. That is our bowline knot. Now, if you want to tie this knot just as a fixed loop and without putting it around an object, it's really simple. Again, we lay down our working end and we have our standing end here. Again, we're going to create an overhand loop with our working end on top. We're going to go up through the middle of our loop, back around our standing end, and right back through our loop again. And if this looks challenging for you, that's okay. In the description below, I'll make sure to include some GIFs and different animations to use as resources for tying these knots. So that is our bowline loop. The next one that I like to show you guys is called a double hitch knot. So this one is very popular for just securing loads in your truck, for example. It's pretty versatile and yeah, basically just used to secure loads. So this is one that I use pretty frequently if I need to tie something down to my vehicle, or if I need to secure a canoe to my car, for example. So I've used this in a variety of circumstances. So first we're gonna do our first round. So we're gonna go around our object. And now this can be, the eye of a car where you can stick the rope through that to tie it in. So we're gonna go one more time around. Adjust it as you need to if you have a little bit more length. And then we're gonna take our loose end of our rope, going underneath our standing rope and back through the loop that it's created. And we're just gonna pull that top. And then we're gonna take the loose end of our rope again, underneath our standing end, and where you see that loop is created, you're gonna stick it back through. And there you have it. This is our double round hitch, or double half hitch it's called. And it's pretty sturdy and very nice for securing loads. You can back this knot up if you need to with just a simple overhand knot. And there you go. So that is our double half hitch. Now the next one, and I've saved the best for last, is the adjustable hitch. There's different names for this. I believe it's called a mid-sailor's hitch. And this one is great. It's completely adjustable, so you can tighten it, loosen it if you need to. It can be tightened under load and can be loosened under load. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna stick the right end of our rope, or the loose end of our rope, around our object. Now we got our loose end underneath our standing end. We're gonna do 2 loops around the standing side and the inside side, just like that. And then now we're gonna create an X with the loose end of the rope underneath the standing end of the rope. And we're gonna go back through it. So here you can see our loose end of the rope is going opposite our standing end of the rope. And that's how you know you've tied this knot correctly. Now, the beauty of this knot, see here, it's not moving at all, kind of just like our bowline was. But you put your hand on this part right here, and you could adjust it as far down as you need to and as tight as you need to. So it's I use this adjustable hitch more than probably any other knot, especially when I'm camping and I'm in the outdoors and I want to set up a tarp or set up a shelter of some kind. Yep. So, yep, Like I said, this is beautifully adjustable, and if you want to just tighten it directly against the tree, you can do that. Again, you could use this to secure loads in your vehicle. You can use it to set up shelters. It's versatile. Whatever you think you can do with this knot, you can. It's a great, awesome knot. So thank you guys for joining me. That was my 5 knots. If you guys have any questions, I'll put my email down below in the link. I'll make sure to include descriptions with all of our gifts. Thank you guys. Bye.